Hello, welcome to Gemstone Tarot weekend reading for the 27th and the 28th of November 2021. I don't know if you can see it. You can see it. That's Leia. She's actually underneath the blanket. Hey girl. Hi honey. Oh, I don't know if you can hear that. She just did a little chirp. Like that, one of those cat chirps. Is that nice? Yes. So she's really happy. Are you really happy? Leave me a comment. Let me know what's going on for you. I've got my Sloth hot water bottle here because it's actually really cold in this room. So yeah, I'm getting help from the Sloth who just kind of sleeps on my knee. Let's have a couple of fun facts. Fun facts, only female mosquitoes bite. You have been warned. Oh. Emus and kangaroos can't walk backwards and were chosen to be on the Australian coat of arms specifically for that reason. The microwave was invented after a researcher walked past a radar tube and the chocolate bar in his pocket melted. Boeing 767 is made of over 3 million different parts. We know that one, we've done that one. How weird is that? Because do you remember the other day I asked this and loads of you knew the answer. The official name for the dot above an eye is known as a tittle. Exactly. Honey is the only food that does not spoil. We've had that one before. And Coca-Cola was originally green. Gosh. Okay, we're going to have an oracle card from House or Home by Zoe Jane. This is a new oracle set that I got from Etsy. And I really like it. Really like it. Don't know if she has a website or anything like that. But you could always Google it. Zoe Jane, Jayne. Okay. We're going to go top and bottom as the actress. I keep saying that. Top and bottom as the actress said to the bishop. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. I'm just going to check something. Bear with 1 minute. 1V, the manor. Yeah, the emperor. Ooh. We've got the emperor and we've got the devil in terms of houses. So for the emperor, just checking there's only one card, we get the manor. The manor house. You know, a bit like Downton Abbey. I'm trying to remember the name of the guy on Downton Abbey. Whoever he is. Played by Hugo somebody. This is it. You come to me for these exacting details, don't you? Downton Abbey, that guy, the one who played the dad, played by Hugo somebody, and the lair. Now this is the devil and it's tempting, and you can see that there is a manor behind this kind of spiky, don't go into the woods type gate. This is about temptation. And the devil card is about temptation. So let's have some tarot. At last, they say, at last. Let's have some tarot. Smells like the 70s. Thank you, those of you that contributed in the comments section to... I asked you the question, what do you think the smell of the 70s house is? Overwhelmingly, cigarettes came up. Cigarettes. And it made me think. It made me think about my grandma. So my grandma, sort of Italian, that side of the family, I know. But hey... and I remember the whole Father Christmas thing, you know, when you're stumbling about in your kids' bedroom, when we were the grandchildren, and our stuff used to go into a pillowcase. And I remember finding out that Father Christmas didn't exist because Grandma had a cigarette hanging out of her mouth. This is a late 70s Christmas with like the ash kind of burning and the smell of cigarettes, which I have to say when I was young, I thought smelled amazing. And I'm certainly not advertising those, woke me up. And I was like, what's Grandma and Grandpa doing in here, stumbling about? Oh. So yeah, you're right. Smells Like the 70s is a little bit like that, isn't it? Another one was furniture polish that someone came up with. Yes. Boiled beef. I know. For me as well, my mum boiling dishcloths. That is a smell of the 70s. Did your mum do that? Did someone do that? Did your dad do that? This is where old school, you have a jam pan. Did they even have a jam pan? We had a jam pan where we made beer and we made jam. And my mum boiled the dishcloths once a week in the jam pan. There you go. Smells like the 70s. She did it again. That might have been a... Okay. I'm chatty today. Sorry about that. Here we go with the Hanged Man. Hanged Man. Yeah, okay. But Hanged Man, and I don't know why I'm getting this, because often when you get the Hanged Man, you think, well, everything is suspended or this is on hold. But what I'm getting for the Hanged Man is I'm getting more of a Libran feel, where you've got two things hanging in the balance. I feel like there is a temptation, but I also feel like we need to just be careful, and I'll show you why. Because we have the Tower in reverse. Tower in reverse is like a boiling, seething something, or like something that can't really be seen. It's a bit resisted. You're a bit like, nah, that could never happen. I don't think so. Think so. Think so, because it could. You also get here the Fool in reverse. And when you get the Fool in reverse, you're being guided not to leap, not to go ahead blindly, but to actually take into account what's underneath, what lies behind that gate. It's more wanting to see it clearly like this, where you can see what you're getting. And this might be to do with divine masculine energy, because we've got the Emperor, we've got the Devil card in those oracle cards. This can also be to do with authority or things to do with, it feels like it's a bit to do with control, and I don't really understand why, but maybe you do, okay? So what it's saying is, until this comes to light and you're seeing in the cold light of day, probably after a bit of a storm, maybe don't just go forward in the way that you're feeling. You might be feeling generous and buoyed up and like, yeah, and we can do this and woohoo. And it doesn't mean that you can't. It just means to exercise some caution with that. Down here, we've got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Just exercise caution, because it feels like with the Seven of Swords in reverse, there has been some kind of manoeuvring. We might refer to this as jiggery-pokery. It's like there's been some stuff going down, non-specifically. It's a bit murky, and you're thinking to yourself, is this all it's cracked up to be? And this could be financial, because we also have the Three of Pentacles, which is about financial cooperation. The Six of Pentacles, which is about gifts, grants, generosity. And we also have the Four of Pentacles, which is about banking things and not distributing, keeping it to yourself, really. Now, sometimes that's seen as the miser card, but sometimes Sun in Capricorn, it's a good idea. And I'm erring more on the side of that being a good idea. Play your cards close to your chest, keep your money close to the bank. And I'm not saying don't trust this person or don't trust this organisation, but proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. Hanged Man is there to slow it down. Nine of Cups. What's your actual emotional wish? This may serve your practical wish, but also we've got the Two of Wands, which is look further, go broader, look further, expand the search. It's a kind of an international card. I'm going to do some Angel Answers cards as well. Love these cards. Okay, watch this. This is your Hanged Man. Remember I said there was this Libran quality? On the one side of the scales, you ready? Woohoo! Let's go. We're streaking across the quad. Yeah, I'm probably going to lasso. It's not the right time. Fall in reverse. But you are ready, okay? And you will achieve success. Just keep an eye on the details and don't rev up in the process. Somebody may be trying to skim you over the details. Don't skim. Remember that the top of the eye is called the tittle, okay? Keep your eye on the tittle, as they say. Dot the tittle and cross the T's. There you go. Dot the tittle and cross the T's. That's definitely a t-shirt, isn't it? Leave me a comment and let me know how it resonates. And I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.